Welcome. We have a great subject for you today, the big Yale and goal-setting lie. Now today is day 5 of the Personal Freedom Revolution Challenge, and even if you're not part of the challenge, I'll bet you that you have bought several self-help books in your life. Maybe even gone to a few seminars and got the audio cassettes and all the other extras that go along with it, the workbooks, and you have really been working on trying to create success in your life. And I admire that. We should all want to improve our lives, and we all deserve to have the life that we want to have. So what if I told you that a lot of the premises and a lot of those self-help gurus, and I'm talking the top guys out there, have based a lot of their information that they teach you on a lie? How would that make you feel? Probably not too good. Well, I've been trying to shake you up all week long with no big goals, in fact, even fire your goals. Why? Because let me ask you a question. All those programs you've taken, all those websites with goal tracking tools and all those books and software and all that stuff that you've learned, how's that working for you? Are you living the life that you want to live? Are you really getting the results that you want? If you are, fantastic and congratulations. But if you're not, maybe you have to take a look at not what's wrong with you, but what's wrong with what's being taught to you. Because what I want to talk to you about is building a foundation. When you build a foundation of thought that can lead you to the behavior and action that can create the results you want, well, then you own it. It doesn't require any software, any website, any book, or anything else. What it requires is you being grounded in the foundation of thought to success. So what is the big lie that I'm talking about? Well, it's not Yale that lied, but it's a lie about Yale. Supposedly in 1953, there was a study done of the graduating class of Yale University that 3% wrote down their goals, and 20 years later researchers came back and they found that those 3% were worth more than the other 97% combined. Well, that study has been used by self-help gurus to tell you that writing down your goals is the way to create success. It is the evidence behind a lot of the premises there. Well, if that one theory never happened, because that research never happened, what else are they basing everything else on? Too much theory, too much conjecture, not enough actual working with people day by day to see what works, what doesn't work. It's great to theorize, but it's another thing to get in the trenches with people. In the trenches, I've discovered that all these systems that you try to teach people simply do not work if they don't have the right thought process behind it. If their belief is limiting themselves to thinking that they don't deserve certain types of success, or if they don't feel good about themselves, if they don't have good self-esteem, if the thought process isn't one of commitment, there's so many other issues that no matter what you write down, that if the thought process isn't aligned up with it, writing it down isn't going to make it happen. Now, is writing it down a good idea? It can be a good idea. In ToolsToLife, I actually have people write goals down, but I'm trying to pierce the brain filters to actually get an impression in there of changing thought. Not because writing it down does some magic that if you write it down, all of a sudden it becomes real. That's almost like the law of attraction, that if I think it, it will come to me. And we'll deal with that tomorrow. Right now, I just want to talk about goal setting and writing down. Should you write down your goals? For myself, working out, eating right, being the person that I want to be, creating the successes that I want, have been so paramount, so focused in my mind, so much what I've wanted. I never had to write those things down. I get up, I work out, I eat right, I do my work, and I'm driven because those are really the things that I want, and I am committed to them. Think about yourself. Whatever you've truly been committed to, that you really wanted, did you have to write down that goal in order to create it? Or did you just do what you needed to do because you really, really wanted it? You were driven towards it. Well, we have to get you into a foundation of really wanting what you say you want. When you really want what you say you want, you're willing to do what it takes to get it. You're willing to put the work in. You're not looking for a quick fix. You're not looking for instant results. What you're willing to do is do the work. When you enter in college, you accept that that's 4 years and you're willing to do the work. You have to be willing to do the work to get the results you want. And what if some of those results did take 1 year, or 2 years, or 3 years, or 4 years? Well, think about all the years that you have spent doing the same thing over and over, chasing the same goals, not creating them. If you would just put the time in a steady fashion with real desire, committed to the action with consistency, you'd be living with those results rather than wanting them. Listen, in my world of thinking, nobody needs to be told what to do about anything. You already know almost everything you need to do. You know you have to eat right and exercise to get to the weight you want without any diet book, any goal-setting tool, or any guru in your life. You already know what you need to do. You know what you need to do for your career. You know you need education or more training and that you have to be dedicated, get there early, do extra work, do the things that you need to do to be successful. You know you need to be faithful in your relationships. You know you have to put time and effort into them. You know that you need to stay spiritual and develop some spiritual idea of who you are and be connected to your spirit. You know that you shouldn't drink and you shouldn't do drugs, and I mean, you know so much. So why aren't you doing those things? Well, writing down, I will not drink, or I will be successful, or I am going to lose 10 pounds, or writing it down is the same thing that you are writing something down that you already know that what you need to do, and you've already known that you need to do it. Writing it down isn't going to be the magic answer that all of a sudden, because you wrote it down, you're going to get behind the behavior. You're going to get behind the behavior when you start really understanding who you are and why you do the things that you do and how to get yourself committed to it. I'm going to help you build that foundation, but not based on premises and studies and research that was never done. I'm going to do it based on research that was really done about the brain, how the brain works, how your thinking works, how you can create new thoughts, and how you can actually then get into the behavior of success with commitments. And we will make commitments in the Personal Freedom Revolution. You're going to learn that you are in charge of you. Who owns you, baby? You own you. Why are we doing these affirmations day after day after day? Because we're getting behind a thought process. Trust this process. Like I said, you've been doing it your way or maybe some other guru's way. How's that been working for you? If it hasn't been working for you, let's try a different way and let's see where this leads, because I know where it's going to lead, because I've been in the trenches with people working one-on-one for years, developing this process, developing what I know really works, not from theory, but from working with people just like you to create real results in their life. And that's what we're going to do in the Personal Freedom Revolution Challenge, and we're going to continue tomorrow, and we're going to talk about, does positive thinking work? And I'll see you there tomorrow with another Personal Freedom Revolution video. Thanks for listening.